Alright guys, so I'm on the Bitcoin USD daily chart, so I'm just going to do a Bitcoin analysis right now. Alright, so we've seen that we've been making higher highs and higher lows, pushing up. We are in a major area of resistance right now, which you probably have a lot of short orders that's probably in play up in this area. So we definitely want to be contrarian and want to think about this. Essentially, I don't think, in my honest opinion, if I'm trading this, I'm not doing anything right now because we're in a chop zone, okay? But before we look even further, let's go ahead and look at the liquidation charts, data over on CoinGlass, and we see that right now on the hourly, 98% are long on all the exchanges for the most part. And then we go down to the 4-hour, we got 74% mostly. And then over here on HTX, you have 93% short. So right now you have a lot of longs, a lot of people going long. So this could be something to keep an eye on. The market may do opposite for right now. Now here's the thing: over the last 12 hours, the majority was short, 87%. And you clearly see that things have been going up since 12 hours, and then last 24 hours at 88%. So you're starting to see that people are flipping, right, to the long side, because at one point it was all short. So if we go back here and we look and we see that, so this is the, today is the 6th. So that was yesterday. And it's like I said, it's the daily, and this is Saturday. And of course, this was the 4th. Alright, so if we go back to the last 24 hours, which would just really be this candle right here, because we got 22 hours left on this candle before it closes. If we go back to the 12-hour, we clearly see on the 12-hour that was 87% that was short. So within the last 12 hours, you see we got this green bullish candle come in. So all the shorts basically got liquidated. All right, and now you see that we're on an hourly. We have what, 98% that are long, but then what do you notice? We got a little bit of rejection coming in right now at these levels. They're fighting. And so all those people who are long right now on the hourly, we can go down to the hourly and we can see what's happening here. And this is what we're dealing with right now. So let's go back and look. All right, so right now, 98% are long, and we got 24 minutes left in this candle. Now, before the end, you had this big red candle prior. So I don't know how often this resets every hour. All right, so I don't know if this is based off the previous hour, but if it was, we do see the red candle come in. And of course, we got this 4 hours right now, where 75% were long, and we clearly see that from 4 hours, this right here now looking like a bull flag, but this is actually priced dropping, because 4 hours ago, essentially, price was sitting at 109.717, and it moved all the way down to 108.684 and some change. Okay, so you clearly see that with 75% of the file was the majority, they provided liquidity for the downside. But like we said, we're in what we call a chop zone. There's a lot going on right here. All right, now here's some things we got to look at. All this is just a distribution channel, guys. The whales are doing, they have what they want. They are willing and dealing within this entire range. All right, so this is really truly an area of interest where the institutions, the whales, they're finding willing participants in this big huge zone to either unload or accumulate. Right, so it could be a distribution, so to speak. All right, remember, their job is that if they're going to distribute, they want to distribute at a premium, and this is a premium area, and this is why prices slow down to do business here, and the market agrees to do business here. All right, so let's say if we pull up a volume profile, we start seeing some activities start to slow down. If you look over here to your right, you see these are not as large as these as we get up here to the high, which means that volume starts to be like, now I'm good. So this is why price starts to drop. But you see heavier activities in this area picking up, which means there's a whole lot of buyers and sellers coming into this region. So you do have the volume, here. Okay. Now, if you notice something, look how big this volume is in this middle compared to down here, even though this is where we had a pretty big, push out of that particular zone. All right. So we can see over here the volume profile. It's a lot of interesting things that you start to see. You see more volume come in when you get into a clustered area versus in this area. Okay, so this means that there probably was more of a bigger player, just a few that put in such large orders or imbalances to push the market up. But once they get into these particular zones, now you see more participants are coming in at those particular zones. All right. So what does that mean? Well, it depends. So if you're a trader, you want to be careful of mingling in here, all right, because you can get chopped up, right? So we want clear directional movements. Now let's take this off so we can make the chart a lot cleaner. We gonna look at a few things here. All right. So here's what I'm suspecting. We got the all-time high up there to 112,000, basically. I feel like there's a lot of people who are probably still feeling that this possibly could go short. What we can do is we can come up here, and I believe that we can retest or sweep this area. All right. And so I'm gonna do some fib extensions to see where they lie, and I'm just gonna take some of these impulses, like right here. Go down from here up to this area, bring it back down. All right. We've already hit the 110, so there's a possibility we could either get to the 114 or a little bit above here. Now, let's be on the safe side. Let's just go ahead and measure this impulse since it's the most recent. It'll probably give us a more accurate depiction of where price typically could go. All right, now this makes a lot more sense. All right, so yes, 112, 204 based off this impulse, and then you got the 114, 139. Price potentially could try to shoot to get up here. This is going to be the key area to where this possibly could happen, and then we can come down to the downside. Why? Well, this potentially could be a sweep, a liquidity sweep, to trap all the retail people thinking that, hey, we're here, we're good, we're going higher, and then they can get dumped on. All right, it's got a lot of leverage positions in the derivative market that could get trapped on this. So you got to pay attention to this. Okay. Now this is a liquidity sweep. Okay. So we're looking for. Remember, the whole entire market is about liquidity. Okay. Without liquidity, the market does not move. All right. So let's move on. I want to show you some few things so that you can see. Let's do this. I want to essentially show you. All right, so you see this impulse right here, right? And then we push higher, we get this, and then we start to drift back down. All right, well, watch this. If we take our fibs from here and we drag it across, well, you start noticing we're coming down to the 70%. Right? Even though we broke up here, we did real good, but we start trickling down. That's something that you have to take into consideration. Right here, I can take my fibs, I can run it up here, right? And I can do the same thing. Okay, so right now, if we came down to the 61% to be at a 103, But if we move it on up to maybe that 114-ish area, and we come back down to the 70 or the 78, that possibly could happen. Could we go lower? Yeah, anything's possible, right? Let me show you another one. Let's see, was it right here? I think it's this one right here. So you see this impulse, all right? You see that we had this level right here, all right? We broke across it, and then we came up here, and it did the trap of all the bulls and pulled back. Now you may be thinking that's not a big pullback. Well, not really, but of course it's on the hourly now. But you see we come down with 78%. Right now, technically we're supposed to be doing this on the daily chart. So do something was off. Let's go back on the daily. It's gonna look a lot better on the daily. All right, here we go. Yeah. So let's just remove this. Okay. I should have did the extension like this on the daily. All right. That will be the 122 extension point. But before you even get there, right, this thing could have a pullback. Now, if we still did those liquidity sweeps around a 114, somewhere in here, right, a liquidity sweep, all right, what would it look like with the fibs? Even if we went up here to 114 above, somewhere in this region, if we break and do a sweep, and we come back down to the 61 and 70%, 89,000, 86,000, maybe 83,000 on a Bitcoin. All right. Let's look at this. All right, from here up to here, let's see what was the pullback percentage. Here to there, we came to the 61%, all the way down. Okay, so you're seeing that these pullbacks potentially. All right, from here up to here, what do we have? All right, we're gonna do this, and using our Fibonacci retracement tool, and what you notice came to the what? 70%, still crossed the 61% based off this impulsive move and pull back. Okay, remember these pullbacks are healthy. Yes, and how these assets are able to grow. All right, then we can do this. Take it from here. You know, let's go up to here. You know, but I want you to notice that these look, I come all the way back down to 61%, 70%. All right. But look what happened. You had what? Price here, and it broke. It did a what? A sweep, come back down into this range. It didn't take off. Could that be what we're setting up to see with Bitcoin now? When it comes to these levels, all right? You got a lot of people who are what? Trying to short right here. We're going to get rid of them. And then the question is, will we have a lot of people who are trying to short right here? Boom, get rid of them, get the liquidity, bring it down, and then take it off to the races. All right, so there's a possibility for that. Okay, we continue seeing the same thing. We rip, right? Consolidate, we drop, we get a breakout. You get all these people who went short right here. You get them the stop losses are triggered. All right, and then everybody now, like, oh, we broke out, we're going long, yeah, but not right now. Pull it back in the range, boom, take off. You see it over and over and over again. So it's something to consider, right? Look at this right here, same thing. We push it up, we swept these levels, and then we push down back into the range. That can happen. Now you gotta understand, if Bitcoin is coveted like everybody wants in the world, nobody wants to buy it on $109,000 Bitcoin. I'd rather get it down here at 80, 86, 84, even lower. Okay, so that's something that you want to keep in mind when it comes to this. Okay. Now I'm not doing anything to scare anybody, but like I said, I think we're just at levels right now where I'm like, I don't see clear trading opportunities yet. I want to see something. I want to be real patient. I want to see that sweep zone. All right. If I want to go short, I want to go short up here. I don't want to short right here because you're going to get ate and chopped up. Now, were there opportunities in here? Yeah, you could add to a lower time frame. You find some opportunities, all right, and there probably be some here. But right now, I'm good. Okay, we done got chopped up enough through these markets. I'm not going through that right now. Of course, like I said, you had multiple opportunities at this bar right here. Eventually, engulfed this bar, moved to the downside. Yeah, we get it. All right. But if you look at all these impulses, you got these pullbacks, you got this impulse, you got this pullbacks. We got this impulse. Could we possibly have a pullback, or are we going to push higher and then pull back? Now, here's the key thing. If we break up here and we hit these 114 in the area, I need to see price close truly above. All right. But even with when I say close above, something like this, guys, I need to see something strong coming in, and it needs to hold this level. You see how we come back here in the support area, all right? And then what do you have? You have these engulfing bars coming in to knock out these bearish bars that came down here to act as some form of support. All right. Still, this is a little difficult, you know what I'm saying, to trade. You get chopped up. Of course, we got, you know, you can use a box theory trading method. You see it. We break out strong with this box, and right now we're in a new box sitting up right here. All right, and we need to break out. But even if we stayed in this box, or if we broke lower out of this box, we got these levels that we can visit, because these are all demand zones down here, right? That can be revisited for sure, right? And you got some of these, so you got supply and demand zones all over the chart, to be honest. All right, but for the most part, what I am looking for as a contrarian trader is a push to the upside, flush, trap retail. Everybody go crazy. All these new policies, big beautiful bill, all these things are going. The S&P 500 is at all-time highs. They're breaking a record. Some of this stuff can come in and flow. We can get some of that, and then I believe that there will be a rug pull somewhere, and we get to the downside. But this is not financial advice. This is just my analysis. I'm just sharing it with you, and I'm not telling you what to do. Remember, I don't care what the results is. I just care about, am I faithful of just doing the analysis. I don't really truly have a true bias. It's like it is what it is, wherever the market. But this is what is showing up. All right. So right now, when I say I don't have a bias, what it means is that, you know, I'm not strongly, it has to go, it has to go. You know, I'm not a barrel bull Bitcoin. I respect Bitcoin for what it is. So for my bias, I guess I'm neutral to bearish, so to speak. And that's not the knock on somebody who is bullish, because if I see it flips and does things to make it bullish, I'm good. I like to be honest. I like to be bullish in these areas. I don't like being bullish up here. And you can see right here, somebody could have got it right up here. All right. But then if you look at this play right here, we're on a daily chart. This move above and then come back in. Remember, I'm looking at this from a trading standpoint, not investing, because I don't care. As an investor, I invest a lot in alts. So what? All right. All right. So if you go up here, if I'm investing in altcoins, all right, a lot of altcoins are already in great positions. All right. So let's look at Veto, for instance. All right. So you see, I got this box down here. It's in my loading zone, so I could care less, you know, if the price goes lower. Why? Because it's already in a loading zone. So if it goes lower, great, it's good. All right, Bitcoin is near its all-time highs. It's in territories where I'm not looking. All right. So these people jumping in my inbox. You sound like crypto. Anyway, all right. So yeah, think about that. All right. Look at the trajectory it is, and I told you guys before, and I have to do another video. You want to treat altcoins like the penny stock world. All right, penny stock world has traditional loading zones of liquidity. All right, these are loading zones. All right, and then it blasts out, but it's hard for price to sustain up here because there's not enough liquidity there. All right, and so you see, what you keep seeing, all this major volume is down in these areas down here, and then look, as price go up, you run out of steam. Ain't nobody buying up here. Look at all this volume. The volume just got destroyed as it went up here because there's no one to buy from up here. So why would you wait to buy up here? You should be looking to sell up here like all the other people who are doing. And this is why price is coming back down like this on most altcoins. This is loading season. If it go lower, yes, I want it to go lower. I can get even more because most people aren't looking to buy at these levels right now because there's fear that it's going to go lower. We want it to go lower, but it's in a zone. We're ready to purchase, and we keep playing the same game to come out of this zone. In this zone, boom, back out. Right in the zone, you get a markup right here. You get a markup, so you continue seeing out of this zone how often price takes off. You know, this over 6,000 something percent gain coming off those levels. All right, and right here, you get 132%. You know, come down here, spike up 190%. Okay, so you keep seeing out of the zone 92%, 112%. All right, and these are nothing but opportunities are out of the zone, 170. And then, you know, even from down here all the way up to there, you got a 582% gain up here from February 24th, from basically November of 2023. And you got this right here, from down here, and then we about to get up here. You got another 850% gain. You know what I'm saying? From November 24th all the way to January, 2025, a year or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? And this is not really in a true strong like bull market. Like everything is breaking all-time new highs. I'm talking about really getting up to here. So what would it take for everything to really get back up to these levels? The question is, are you going to be buying here? Nobody want to do that. Your family and your friends who are on the sideline, they're going to start coming in around these areas. Hey, bro, you think it's too late to get into V-Chain, XRP? Hey, man, you think that's what's going to happen when you should be loading up around here, right? All right, hit the like button, subscribe. It's your boy E White. I'm out. It's not financial advice. Do what you do. May the horse be with you.